We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. He finds Matthews. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The Eagles sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Hurts with a quick throw, complete. So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official. Throwing is Hurts. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Well, they have the yards anyway, so they're going to decline the penalty. Great, set. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Again, it's Jones. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Escaping the pressure right. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the first down. Give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Hurts sets up to throw it. That caught by Tremble. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now a 2nd and 6. Hurts. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, they were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Powell out of his own end zone. Out left to Dotson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get it away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Out left and complete to Thornton. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 3rd down. You talk about this Washington defense. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down.
An 8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Powering his way forward. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Now Howell. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
This one swung out here to Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
From the 34-yard line, here's second and a yard. Running right, Jones. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the... So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. So the completion gets him just a yard. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game.
Looked like you might have overcompensated there for being on the right hash because you've got to make sure you get the angle right. But that time he started it too far left and winds up hooking it way too far.
Although a jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Back to throw, Howell. pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, the best in the NFL in no small part because of his running ability. But on that play, didn't matter to the defense at all. Nice stop for them, a feather in their cap for getting the sack and brought down one of the toughest guys to catch in the NFL.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Everyone's scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a hit and a loose football. It looks like one of the DBs has it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, but he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I don't have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
Second and 7. Al now to throw it. Out wide looking for McLaurin. He's got him. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Powell, he'll look to throw it. And incomplete on the deep ball. He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but it's going to be 2nd down. And Howell will throw it. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Howell changing the play here. Going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go. It's Gibson. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And McLaurin, the motion man right. Powell throwing on 1st down here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken the lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Powell. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
They'll run with Gibson. And he's got some space here. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 59 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Now they go play action with Howell. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Howell. That's out to the flat for Gibson. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a timeout called for by the defense. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Throwing here, Howell. And that is incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
The Commanders going to bring out the field goal unit from the right hash. This from 48. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this will stay a 4-point game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This is intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's got it down to the 28. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, they certainly got dented with that 1st down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
They'll go play action. Howell. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. A give up the middle to Gibson. Gets past one man. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Yeah, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Powell throwing on third down here. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
You got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Washington going to send out their punter, standing just about on his own goal line. Powers through. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9.
73.
Hurts. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing is Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 25-yard line.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. This from 42 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 4-point game. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
They'll go again with Gibson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On third down, here's Gibson. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Give him the third down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Track 60. Riggs.
On first down, Howell. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1 yard gain.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
From the gun. And he is caught. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Howell out of the shotgun. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of the way.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on third. Thornton, the motion man right. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now Howell. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Yeah, with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game. Yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
63.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. Down the left sideline. That is going to be taken out of bounds, but not before he gets this all the way down to the 10. A big play there for Philly. 61 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. This is caught. Touchdown! Tommy Tremble. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Elliott doing all the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and sending him back on the sand.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick-6, but now they're so close, they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 3 quarters have come and gone. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's Hurts to throw. Touchdown, Eagles! A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Howell's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
A gain of 12. First down.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Howell. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Howell, he'll look to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Keely Ringo picks it off. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And just shutting him off there. Still fighting for more. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And they're able to get this one across the 35. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. And Howell will throw it.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Off play action. It's Howell. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
19 tight, 19 tight. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Let's go.
Howell looking to throw again. Flush to his right. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Big yardage that time for Washington. 42 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
2nd and 10, Howell. And his throw here's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And his kick here is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still got to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away. There he goes, right side. Down the sideline he goes. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Gonna throw right side here, complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. 33 yards. And the Eagles are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Howell. Complete. It's Dodson. Well, he's going to be out of bounds downs, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
19 line.
Hal down to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Eagles are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception. And I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They're going to look to throw. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Daron Payne in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And he'll find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Might want to remember that 3rd down play. 37 yards. On 1st down, Hurts. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Out. Go Silver, ready? Round up, Yanni. Miami.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
63.
Hurts. And Matthews over the middle with the grab. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Shoots up. Hurts fumbles it. And that is ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
73. Yanni. Crowd left, Yanni.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Open target, here's Matthews. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington 16. Throwing is Hurts. Dancing to his left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave it, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
2nd and 3 from the 9. They'll look to throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
That is caught. Touchdown. A 9-yard up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now we just got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
Well, PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Now 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second.
Now Howell. And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review of this being inside 2 minutes of play. Everything coming from up above.
Let's go. Check smash. Check smash. Cup 19. Cup 19. 70 range. 70 range. Street. Street.
On first down, Howell slings this deep from McLaurin. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Eagles are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Well, somebody